Okay, today we are going to start new topic. Particularly, is a very important class in chemistry. What is that? It is very helpful to study the higher lessons in our chemistry. So our topic is what I am going to explain. Our heading is fundamentals in chemistry. You write down heading fundamentals in chemistry. Fundamentals. We are studying fundamentals in chemistry. Simply FIC. Fundamentals in chemistry. FIC. Okay. So, in order to understand the chemistry and chemical reactions, even whatever it may be, whatever you want to study in chemistry, you need to understand some basic things. Basic things. మనకు ఉన్న పరంగా కెమిస్ట్రీ లోతుగా అధ్యయనం చేసి అర్థం చేసుకోవాలంటే కొన్ని ప్రాథమిక అంశాలు మనకు తెలిసి ఉండాలి. అవి ఈ రోజు క్లాస్ లో మనం చర్చించుకుందాం. ఇది ఒక 1 or 2 క్లాసెస్ పడతాయి. ఈ 1 or 2 క్లాసెస్ ద్వారా కెమిస్ట్రీ మీద మనకు ఒక ఫండమెంటల్ అవగాహన రావడమే కాకుండా ముందు ముందు ఏమి అర్థం చేసుకోవాలన్నా కూడా ఇది ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎసెన్షియల్ టు స్టడీ ది ఫండమెంటల్స్. బై దిస్ we can able to understand chemistry in depth. Even you can able to read and understand the higher chapters also. Okay, today I want to teaching and I want to give information about stable ions. Stable ions, nothing but cations and anions. So before that you have to recall, you have to remind some basic things. What is that? In our periodic table we have 118 elements, and the table contains 4 blocks: S block, B block, D block, A block. Most of the elements we consider as metals, and also some are non-metals, a few are metallites, whatever it is. So mostly scientists divided elements into 18 groups and 7 periods, particularly to study the or to simplify the study of chemistry. So here the thing, particularly elements are atoms. Do you understand what is the difference between element and atom? Means element is a bigger one, atom is a smaller one. That means element which is composed of so many number of atoms. For example, you can take nitrogen element. So nitrogen element which is composed of thousands, lakhs of nitrogen atoms. That means సింపుల్ గా నువ్వు గుర్తుంచుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే నైట్రోజన్ ఎలిమెంట్ అన్నా కరెక్టే, నైట్రోజన్ ఆటం అన్నా కరెక్టే. చిన్న పార్ట్ అయితే ఆటం అంటాం, పెద్దగా చెప్పాలనుకున్నప్పుడు ఎలిమెంట్ అంటాం. సో ఇక్కడ ఈ కెమిస్ట్రీలో మీరు గుర్తుంచుకోవాల్సినటువంటి విషయం ఏంటంటే వాట్ ద థింగ్ యూ హావ్ టు రిమెంబర్, ముఖ్యంగా ఆటమ్స్ బాండింగ్ లో పార్టిసిపేట్ చేస్తాయి. ఆఫెన్లీ ఆటమ్స్ ఆర్ ఇన్వాల్వ్డ్ ఇన్ కెమికల్ బాండింగ్. దట్ మీన్స్ దోస్ ఆటమ్స్ can participate in the bonding with neighboring atoms. Why they involved in chemical bonding means for attaining stability. అంటే అప్పటి వరకు స్థిరత్వం లేనటువంటి అన్స్టేబుల్ ఆటమ్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో, అస్థిరమైనటువంటి ఆటమ్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో అవి బాండింగ్ లో పార్టిసిపేట్ చేసి పక్క ఆటమ్స్ తోటి షేరింగ్ చేసుకొని ఏమైతుంది, ఏదో రకంగా స్టెబిలైజ్ అవుతాయి. సో ఈ స్టెబిలైజేషన్ అనేది ఎట్లా వస్తుంది ఆటమ్స్ కంటే, ఏ స్పీసీస్ కానీ ఏ ఆటమ్ కానీ ఆక్టేట్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ ఎక్వైర్ చేస్తే దే షుడ్ బి స్టేబుల్. సో ఇట్స్ వెరీ ఈజీ థింగ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. సో ఫర్ దట్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్, దోస్ ఆటమ్స్ దే ట్రైంగ్ టు లూజ్ ది ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అండ్ ట్రైంగ్ టు గెయిన్ ది ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్, సో దట్ ఆటమ్స్ బికమ్స్ ions. So by nature ions are stable than atoms in sometimes because they are acquiring octet configuration. Okay, so that ions may be a Plus ions, positive ions, nothing but cations. Those ions may be a negative ions, minus ions, those are called anions. So in this session, in this class, I would like to give you, I would like to study the different cations and anions one by one. Okay? So you write down. Atoms are involved in chemical bonding, are involved in chemical bonding, with other atoms, for attaining stability. This thing you have to remember. For attaining stability. Why they are involving in chemical bonding means for attaining stability. During this process, unstable atoms become stable ions by losing or gaining or sharing, whatever, or sharing electrons. During this process, unstable atoms become stable ions by losing or gaining or sharing electrons through ionic or covalent bonds. Through ionic or covalent bonds. Through ionic or covalent bonds. Due to this, atoms or ions or molecules acquire stable octet configuration in their valency cells. You write down these 3 parts. These are the introduction parts. Why the atoms are involving in chemical bonding? Basically, those atoms are unstable. Even maybe ions, whatever it may be, unstable. So for attaining stability, they are involving in chemical bonding with neighboring atoms, other atoms. So during this process, what happens? Atoms trying to lose or gain or sharing the electrons with other atoms, so that they acquire what? Stable octet configuration in its valence set. So whatever the atom or molecule or ion which can contains 8 electrons in its valence cell, that should be stable. So ఒక ఆలోచన సైంటిస్టులు ఏం ఆలోచించారంటే, యాజ్ పర్ లూయిస్ కాన్సెప్ట్, ఆటం గానీ మాలిక్యూల్ గానీ అయాన్ గానీ ఔటర్ ఆర్బిటాల్లో 8 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఉంటే అవి స్థిరంగా ఉంటాయి అనేటటువంటి ఒక భావాజాలం ఉంది. దానికి మనకు ఒక ఎగ్జంప్షన్ ఏంటంటే, 8th గ్రూప్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ కాక తీసుకుంటే 8th గ్రూప్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఏంటేంటివి? అవి నియాను, ఆర్గాను, క్రిప్టాను, జీనాను, రేడాను. అవన్నీ కూడా ఏంటంటే ఆ ఆటమ్స్ అన్ని కూడా ఆల్ దే హ్యావ్ octet configuration. That means 8 electrons in its valence cell. That's why they should be stable. That's why 8th group elements are also called what? Inert gas elements. అవి స్థిరమైనటువంటి మూలకాలుగా దాన్ని పరిగణిస్తాం. కారణం ఏంటంటే ఔటర్ ఆర్బిటాల్లో వ్యాలెన్స్ సెల్లో ఆక్టేట్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్. సో 8 ఎలక్ట్రాన్లు ఉన్నప్పుడు అవి స్టేబుల్ అనేటటువంటి భావనను లూయిస్ అనేటటువంటి సైంటిస్ట్ వ్యక్తపరచడం జరిగింది. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ట్రూ in most of the conditions. This సాధ్యమైనంత వరకు more than 90% what the statement given by Lewis, that is 100% right, no doubt. Okay, next, after completing this, By nature, metals are electropositive. Metals are electropositive. Electropositive. So they can lose. So they can lose electrons. Electrons to form. They can lose electrons to form positive ions. To form positive ions, which are called cations. Which are called what? Cations. That means the main thing you remember, metals by nature electropositive. That's why they can lose the electron. They tend to lose the electrons. Changes to positive ions. Those positive ions we call as cations. Okay. Then one more pointer I want to write here. What is that by nature? By nature, non-metals are electronegative. Are electronegative. Are electronegative. So electronegative. So they can accept or attract. They can accept electrons. Electrons change to negative ions. Negative ions, which are called anions. So that means non-metals are able to form anions, metals are able to form cations. That thing you have to remember. So then we are going to study the list of ions. We are going to study the list of ions. Okay. List of what ions we are going to study? List of stable ions. Okay. So list of stable ions. Ions are two types. Just now I said ions are of two types. Number one, positive R plus ions, which are also called what? Cations. Then second one, negative, shown with minus ions. These are also called anions. Just now we wrote on top, no, metals form cations as well as non-metals forms anions. Then, in order to understand the chemistry in depth, we are going to study the list of stable ions. Today, our class is chemistry of stable ions. So these ions are broadly divided into two types: positive ions, negative ions. Positive ions simply called as cations. Negative ions simply called as cation means which is bearing positive charge. That's all. Cation means having positive charge. Anions means having negative charge. Then we go for the discussion of cations. Now I write. Now we are writing these cations. Okay. So you know this cations. Cations means atomic species. Atomic species bearing positive charge. Bearing means having positive charge. Are called cations. So cations means species having positive charge. That thing you remember. Positive charge species are called what? Cations. So in our subject, that means in order to understand subject, for our easy way to learn, cations are three types. Actually four types, but the main types are three types. Cations are three types. What is that? Monocharged cations, monocharged, monocharged cations, dicharged cations, tricharged cations. Of course, there is a tetracharged cations, but here no need to discuss tetracharge because those are very few. Don't bother about tetracharge. But major important are monocharged, dicharged, tricharged cations. Tricharged cations. See, monocharged cations means simply monocharged cations means plus 1 ions. Dicharged cations means plus 2 ions. Tricharged cations means plus 3 ions. Okay. These are also called the monocharged plus 1 ions, dicharged plus 2 ions, tricharged plus 3 ions. So whenever species having positive charge, those are called cations. Okay. Then we are going to discuss one by one. But here the important thing is what the atomic species having plus 1, what are having plus 2, plus 3, that is very important. So whatever the thing I am explaining here, the same thing you have to write down in your running notes and you should practice daily. Then you get perfection. Okay. Then already we see number 1. What is this plus 1 ions? Monocharged cations. Monocharged cations. So monocharged cations is C plus 1. C means cation, plus 1 means charge. Okay. You write down generally first a group metals are metals. Generally first a group metals lose one electron, convert into C plus 1 stable ions. Convert into C plus 1 stable ions. Why these are C plus 1 stable ions means in this stage they have what octet configuration. Generally first group metals lose one electron from its outer orbit, convert into C plus 1 stable ions due to octet configuration. So whenever you remember any atom or atomic species, whatever be a molecule whose contain octet electrons in its outer orbit, that should be stable, isn't it? Right. Generally, first group metals lose one electron, convert into C plus 1 stable ions due to octet configuration. Okay. I want you to remove this. Did you write? Have you completed this one? Here the important thing you remember, what are the atoms, what are the metals? Here they have plus 1 charge, that is important, and its name also is very important. Okay. So you remember for cations, for naming the cations, we use im suffix, im suffix generally. We use im suffix. That means name is ended with the sound of im. So I write examples here. The first one I write here Li plus 1. This is called lithium ion. You write down this is lithium ion. So im, this name is ended with im, no? Im, lithium ion. I write another one Na plus 1. This is sodium ion. Lithium ion, sodium ion. K plus 1, potassium ion. Potassium ion. Lithium ion, sodium ion, potassium ion. Rb plus 1, rubidium ion. Rb plus 1, rubidium ion. So all those things you have to write. You should write, and also you can practice number of times. Then you get perfection. Have you written this? I want to remove. Okay, all these are first year group metals. No, it's a very simple thing to remember. All these are first year. No, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, and also CS plus one. CS plus one. Cesium. Cesium. CS plus one. Cesium. FR plus one. Francium. FR plus one. Francium. Okay. Here you remember is a very important one. H plus one. So many students did a mistake in this case. H plus one means this is protonium. Protonium. This one, what is this? Protonium. You remember. If you may found H3O plus one, this is called hydronium. Hydronium. These are very particular thing you remember. H3O plus one, hydronium. Like that, we have another one, NH4 plus one. This is ammonium ion. Ammonium ion. See, this is lithium ion, sodium ion, potassium ion, rubidium ion, cesium ion, francium ion, protonium ion, hydronium ion, ammonium ion. Ammonium ion. Like this, we have some other one. I write here. You should practice number of times. For getting perfection, you should practice number of times. Then I write here Hg plus one. Hg plus one. This is mercurous ion. Mercurous. Mercurous ion. Mercurous ion. Cu plus one. Cu plus one. This is cuprous ion. Cu plus one. Cuprous ion. Ag plus one. Silver ion. Ag plus one. Silver ion. Okay, these are what are these? Mercurous. Hg plus one means what we call mercurous. Cu plus one what we call cuprous. Ag plus one what we call, what is its name? Silver ion. Okay, these are mercurous, cuprous, silver. Okay, the stable ion Tn plus one. This is thallium ion. Thallium ion. Tl plus one thallium ion. Like this, we have some more complicated ions also. These are helpful to understand higher classes like intermediate, IIT, NEET. So even though I write here, you go on practicing number of times. So what are those? I write here NH2, N2, NH2 plus. This is called hydrazinium ion. Hydrazinium ion. Remember, this is hydrazinium ion. C6H5N2 plus. This is phenyl dihydronium ion. Phenyl dihydronium ion. Like this, CH2 plus. This is carbonium ion. Carbonium ion. You may possible to find O plus. This is called oxonium ion. O plus, oxonium ion. But these are the very rare ions. You may find very rare ions when studying chemistry in depth. O plus, oxonium ion. Okay, then CH3CO plus. This is called S-tyrrhenium ion. Estylenium ion. Okay, these are enough. These are enough to understand chemistry. Even maybe tough chemistry also. These ions are enough. So you should write and practice number of times. One more time I will read. Look here, Li plus 1, what is this lithium ion? Na plus 1, what is this sodium ion? Or just now I said no, always we use in. That means the name is generally everything sound. And all metals are having suffix in. That's why they will sound of in. K plus 1 potassium ion, Rb plus 1 rubidium ion, Cs plus 1 cesium ion, Fr plus 1 francium ion, H plus 1 plutonium ion, H3O plus 1 hydronium ion, NH4 plus 1 ammonium ion. We have Hg plus 1, this is mercurous ion, Cu plus 1 cuprous ion, Ag plus 1 silver ion, Tl plus 1 thallium ion, NH2 plus 1 hydrazinium ion. These are the complicated things. You have to remember. C6H5M2 plus, this is called phenyl diazonium ion. CS3 plus, this is called carbonium ion. Whenever oxygen carries positive charge, is a rare ion. We may see under drastic conditions. We may not find anywhere, but it is a peculiar thing. Rarely it appears. O plus, this is called oxonium ion. CS3CO plus, it is called estylenium ion. Okay. Tomorrow I stop here. Today I stop here. The remaining part we will continue tomorrow. Now I stop here. Thank you.